Hello ladies and gents, and welcome back to War Thunder, and welcome back aboard the F-105 Thunderchief. I've recently watched Spitfire's video on this thing, and all he really said was, don't use it as a bomber, you're supersonic, Mach 1.1 and 9.7, you get 4 AIM-9Es, you get a Belkan cannon, use it as a fighter for goodness sake. So, that's exactly what I'll be doing today. He said it's best if you sort of flank around the enemy's rear, because that way they're not really going to be expecting you, and where you're supersonic you can catch them. That big just got annihilated, for instance. Now, we basically have the entire enemy team in front of us here with a very, very good energy advantage. So I'm sort of trying to figure out who to target out of all of these guys, but I spot this lightning who's actually turning into a teammate here and doesn't seem to know I'm here. So get a missile off of him. That's going to be an easy kill where he's turning very low energy. See these two MiGs here? Well, it might as well be MiGs. Get a missile off at this F5. Unfortunately it misses, but that's fine. He was low energy as it is. Get some guns off. Nick his wing off. Lovely. Already up to 3 kills. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to get some energy back. Turn around, get back into this fight with a lot of speed. See this Jaguar here, and it looks like he's giving some teammate or a teammate some grief. So I was considering firing a missile, decide against it, get some guns, and get his pilot, set him on fire as well. My aim is abysmal, but in any case, we're up to 4 kills. That couldn't have gone any better in my opinion, and that was all in the span of about a minute. Anyway, by this point, I'm heading towards the enemy airfield to see if I can find anything. Teammate shoots down a Buccaneer who was trying to land. Very nice. I keep on going towards the airfield because the teammate kind of looks like he's coming home, so I wasn't sure whether he'd missed something or whether there was simply nothing else there. So, I see the missiles being launched, hit the deck, roll towards this airfield at maximum speed. And by the looks of things, there doesn't appear to be anything. So I'm actually going to start breaking away here before those missiles can hit me before I can get away, which wouldn't be ideal. So I get some altitude pack, and I don't know what, of course, I just sort of got a gut feeling that I should probably turn back towards the airfield. So that's what I end up doing. Ignore this abysmal turning. This was me trying to keep my energy, but I end up losing it all. Nothing out of the ordinary. Cosplaying Chernobyl nuclear power plant reactor 4 there. Anyway, diving on the airfield, Mach 1.15, slowly getting up to 1.2 until they start launching SAMs at me, which, to be honest, was expected. Now, I did see a blip on the airfield. I think a guy was landing. Yeah, there we go, MiG-17. Jink this missile, just about dodge it. Warm up a missile, fire my own missile at their missiles, almost like a harm missile trying to throw their aim off. Anyway, they miss. Guns on the MiG. Aircraft destroyed. That's 5 kills. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's go to another game and see what happens. Okay, welcome back aboard the Thunderchief. We've done the same thing. I've sort of fast forwarded to when we got behind an enemy here. Tried to get a missile on this MiG-21 here. Unfortunately, he sees me coming, turns in front of me. I tried to get some guns on him. That should have been an easy kill, but I inevitably messed up. Nothing out of the ordinary. Now, here we have a J-35A Premium Draken. I thought he didn't really see me. Doesn't look like he does. Get a missile off on him, which unfortunately doesn't track. Now, speaking of missiles, that MiG also got a missile off at me, and it's just sort of circling around me there, as you can see. I wasn't too concerned because I knew I had a massive energy advantage. Speaking of energy advantages, look at this Su-7. I miss him, which again is nothing out of the ordinary. And now I thought, well, I have enough distance on those guys who are chasing me down, like that MiG-21 and the Draken, so I might as well try turning into them here. I'm trying not to black out here. I underestimate how close the Draken was. He almost gets a solution on me, barrel roll out of the way, or aileron roll, and try and disengage at this point because I can't defeat any of those things. Well, maybe I could defeat an Su-7, but as far as I know, I can't really defeat any of those things in their dogfight. Anyway, Su-7 coming towards us here. He's going to take the head on. We're going to brute him and absolutely annihilate him. For once, I actually managed to hit a burst. Anyway, MiG-21 very high up, and there's also a MiG-21 quite low down. Try to lead a missile on this MiG. He sees it coming. He flares. Oh well. Going to see if I can get some guns. If I can't hit him, which I don't, but I'm going to try and, use this energy to disengage. Now there's this Harrier up here who looks like he's giving our teammates some grief, so I fire another missile at him. It's definitely turning, but it's not really tracking properly by the looks of it. I imagine, you know, the sun had something to do with that. But in any case, going to line up another missile. Fox 2 on the Harrier. And splash. Lovely. Right. So at this point, I wasn't too sure what to do. I had no missiles left. Fuel is sort of running down. We have about half of our cannon ammunition left. I thought, we could try and go after sort of a lone aircraft, like this MiG-21 here. He was in the middle of a dogfight, and I thought, well, I wouldn't necessarily call it kill stealing, because if anything, I'm helping a teammate win the dogfight by shooting this guy down. That, and he didn't really seem to be hitting his shots, but then I want to talk, aren't I? Anyway, set the MiG on fire, and he's down. 3 kills. Lovely jubbly. Now, again, at this point, I really wasn't sure what to do. Do I go home, do I rearm, or do I try to help the teammates shoot down some more enemies? Now, at this point, I noticed this MiG-21 sort of trailing me, so he does break off. I turn around after him, and I thought I could catch him, but I underestimated the MiG-21's top speeds, and I don't really seem to be catching him, but I don't really seem to be losing him either. But I decide to eventually disengage because obviously I'm running down fuel, I don't have any missiles, you know, there's not really much point in me chasing him when I'm this close to home. So this is when I do finally decide to get back to the airfield and rearm and refuel, obviously. So just going to call out we're landing here. I love the air brakes on the Thunderchief. It's sort of like the whole engine nacelle pops out in 4 quarters. It's really cool. Anyway, touchdown, bit of a bounce there. I'm renowned for not being able to land properly within our clan, but in any case, we are back airborne. I think our team is sort of outnumbering the enemy here, up until this Su-7 and the MiG-21 collide. Now, it's me, and if I remember correctly, 2 more teammates. So, there they are over there, dogfighting that MiG-21. I'm trying to head after the airfield here, seeing if I can find anyone. Now, that MiG-21 does shoot down the FUD, which means the Draken is alone. And that's definitely not a good thing. The Draken in a 1v1 is supposed to be good, up until you run into a missile, which that MiG has very kindly introduced our Draken to. Now, it's come down to a 1v2, which is absolutely not ideal, but I have been fully rearmed, fully refueled, and we are ready to roll. So, I'm heading straight towards the airfield at this point. See a MiG who's landed. I want to dispatch of him as soon as I can. So, Fox 2 on the MiG. This could be labelled as inhumane, but I needed to get rid of him. I'm so sorry if you're watching this. Anyway, it's come down to a 1v1 now. This ought to be interesting. 3 missiles, lots and lots of fuel, all the cannon ammo we need, a little bit of fuselage damage, but that's not really too big of a concern. I would be concerned if it was wing damage, but we still have our top speed, which is good. So, at this point, I'm trying to follow what my radar is telling me and where this MiG is, and I do actually end up spotting him. Here he is. Now, looks like he's coming at me in a head-on, so we're going to get some guns off. He breaks away, as do I. We miss each other, that's fine. He looks like he's going to try and turn, but I'm going to use this energy to get some distance, or rather enough distance to turn around and hopefully re-engage him. Now, he's breaking off, he could be low fuel, so I'm going to turn around, go after him again. He does the same thing, he notices I'm coming after him. So we get some guns off in another head-on. I'm a little bit more desperate this time, trying to get a spray. Don't hit him, that's fine. Gonna carry on here. What I want to do is get him facing the wrong direction, so he has to put in that little bit more effort to get back to base, which could leave him slightly lower energy, and hence easier to shoot. Although he does sort of do a big brain move here. I get a missile off at him, he flares it away. I doubt it was going to hit anyway. I sort of wanted to scare him into turning, but in any case, we're getting quite close to the airfield now. They are launching SAMs at me, so I'm going to jink this missile. I'm going to brake left away from it, because it looked like it started tracking me at the very last second. Luckily, it missed. Now, I do actually lose this MiG for a second, which isn't good. Going to brake right into the airfield, try and find this MiG. Now, if I'm lucky, he'll either be landing, but it looks like he's coming towards us for one more head-on. Let's see what happens.